Hello, MELS 605 candidates. It's Dr. Palermo with a week 4 instructional video. Having a little bit of technology issues this morning. I understand that Gardner Webb is updating their something about Chrome not working with an update. Anyway, if you're having a difficulty, bear with. I hope that we're going to get this fixed soon. I'm a little behind too, but that's okay. I'm going to be reading and playing catch up with you. In week 3, you had a lot to do in terms of loading KPEs and setting up Zooms and peer reviewing with one another. And I understand, in school we differentiate for lots of different learning styles and different learners. You are 18 or 19 different learners, all at different places in your programs. Have had different experiences with instructors the last couple of years as this new Zoom and peer review process has been introduced. Some of you are very experienced and proficient with it, others not so. That's okay. And the way that I'm going to differentiate as an instructor is to add more time. I see that it looks like 17 out of 18 posted something. It was a multi-step dance that you were to do in order to do this peer review process. And if you have not caught up with all of the most recent handbooks, the stuff that I'm referencing here about the peer review process is page 93, 4, 5 in the current MELS handbook, which is in your Blackboard course. There have also been a couple of different instructional videos about this process from Dr. Neal and others. So search and find this if you have not completed the peer review process, please. Multi-step dance, load your artifact, meet with the group, decide who's going to peer review who, do two peer reviews, load those, and then Zoom also and talk through the peer review. That's a lot to load in there. Document, 2 peer review documents, the peer review Zoom, all goes in the forum spot under your name, and then I'm going to check to see that you're doing that. Thank you. That's the way the current peer review process works. Something that we practiced in middle school was asking and working with peers. Ask 3 before me was what the teacher always said. So if you can get this information and understand it and learn from a peer how the process works, great. If you need to reach out to me, great too. And I'm not going to stick with those February 7th deadlines because that was kind of unreasonable to begin with. What we have to do is get both of those artifacts done by March and get your portfolio built if you haven't already done that. So in week 4 of the MELS, what's new and what do you have to do? You have an assignment to read here in Hersey, the chapter 5, Achieve. ACHIEVE is an acronym for Hersey's model of situational leadership. So I want you to read that and comment on it. You don't have to post, don't have to respond to another here, but Achieve is largely this situational leadership philosophy about ability and willingness. As a leader, it's frustrating sometimes, as a teacher with kids in class, it's frustrating sometimes when kids or teachers or folks you're supervising don't do what you've asked them to do. Why? Why don't they do it? Well, according to Hersey, it could be because they don't know how to do it, could be ability, or it could be willingness. So that gets back into that motivation piece and how do you motivate employees, folks who are coming to your building and collecting a paycheck but not doing what they're supposed to do. Well, situational leadership is about that. And what you'll find as a manager and as a principal in school is that sometimes you need to be more directive with some employees than others as far as getting them to do what you need and want them to do in order for kids to be successful. So more directive behaviors. The Glickman text, if you haven't looked at the figure 6.1, the supervisory behavior continuum, figure 6.1 back in chapter 6, about listening, clarifying, encouraging, reflecting, presenting, problem solving, negotiating, directing, standardizing, reinforcing, we go from being very hands-off with the best employees who know what to do and are already doing it, to being very directive and putting some folks on action plans. That's what that continuum is all about. And in chapters 7 and 8, it asks you to apply your learning about directive controlling behaviors. So, okay, you either have a brand new employee who doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to do it. You need to help them a lot. You need to maybe put curriculum plans in their hands or have them plan with another teacher. You maybe have to put them on an action plan saying, thou shalt do X, Y, Z. You're putting them under the microscope and doing directive controlling behaviors. And that's a little bit different from directive informational behaviors. It is a continuum. It goes from one side to the other, from way hands off to hands on, very, very hands on with some employees. So demonstrate to me that you understand the distinction, that you've seen some of this happening in buildings. You know what action plans are, I think. That's your directive controlling behavior. And we don't want to control our employees per se. We would like to have them come to work and know what to do and go do it. And you can get busy with your job. But sometimes we have to control and direct our employees very carefully. Anyway, show me that you understand with the couple of discussion posts this week that you have understood the achieve and this supervisory behavior continuum, and that you can distinguish between directive controlling behaviors and informational behaviors. Okay, and if you haven't already, post your CAP, C-A-A-P-E, the organizational chart. I don't think anybody had any questions about those, but ask if you do. Okay, very brief message this week. Good luck to you. Please write if you have any questions. Thanks. Have a great week.